Take a look at the person next to you and say, God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love, we come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love, we come together, 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 we come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, every walk of life, every creed and color, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. 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 In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. We come together. We come together.
We're going to begin our service in song this morning by turning to number 19 in the Blue Book, I'm Gonna Shine. Number 19.
It is up to all of us to show what we're about, to share the love that's in our soul, the love that never runs out. Scatter the joy and spread the word, be a star shining bright. Fan the flame of life within you and shine your light. I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. Glowing from an infinite spark, I am divine. I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. Walking in the spirit, I'm doing fine, fine, fine. It is up to all of us to show what we're about, to share the love that's in our soul, the love that never runs out. Scatter the joy and spread the word, be a star shining bright. Fan the flame of life within you and shine your light. I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. Glowing from an infinite spark, I am divine. I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. Walking in the spirit, I'm doing fine, fine, fine.
Well, it was our greater connection to the unity movement, we hold individual ministries in prayer each week. And so this week, we hold in prayer all the ministries in the state of California. So let us think of the Golden State, and we see it blessed. Each ministry, unity ministries, all places of faith and worship and joy. And we see them receiving the blessings that they need, their congregations, and we see that prayer, energy, and thought radiating out into the greater world. We see everybody receiving what they most need for their lives, being filled with abundance and love and harmony. And for this, we are grateful and give thanks. And so it is. Amen. And now I invite our platform assistant, Bill Shepard, to come forward. And here he comes.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Springfield. We are so glad that you are here with us today, and we extend a special welcome to those of you visiting us for the first time. On your way in, you should have received a welcome packet. We also have a gift for you, so see one of the greeters after today's service. Unity is a worldwide spiritual movement. We are an inclusive community, and we accept all people. Today is Birthday Sunday, so we invite those of you who have a birthday during the month of September to please stand, and we will sing a birthday song to you. Oh, we got quite a few.
Ready? Here we go. Happy birthday to
To you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Blessing you, you're wonderful.
Happy
Birthday to you. Have a few announcements to share with you this morning. Unity World Day of Prayer is this week, and you are welcome to gather with us for this annual event. On Wednesday, September 10th at 7 o'clock in the evening, the opening ceremony from Unity Worldwide headquarters will be viewable here in the church sanctuary. Then, on Thursday, September 11th, from 3 to 4 p.m., there will be a prayer service held in the sanctuary here. Afterwards, it will remain open from 4 to 6 for silent prayer. Join us today after the service in Margaret Kane Hall, right down the hall here, for our monthly fellowship potluck and birthday celebration. Reiki treatments will be offered after the potluck today in the chat room. Use the sign-up sheet located in the foyer right here behind the sanctuary, and use this sign-up sheet for someone to come and get you for the 12-minute treatment. If you are number 1 and 2 on the sign-up sheet, go to the chat room after the potluck to begin your treatment. Other participants, please continue to enjoy fellowship in Margaret Kane Hall until you are called by one of the practitioners. The 9 o'clock a.m. spiritual speaking class on Sundays will soon be starting a new book for study titled Hell in the Hallway, Light at the Door, How to Move Gracefully Through Change into Renewed and Abundant Life. The book is written by Ellen Davenport. Everyone is welcome to attend. Books are available in the bookstore. You all are welcome to join in the flute circle with David Tell on Thursday, September 11th at 1 o'clock, and that is held here in the sanctuary. Of course, beginners are encouraged to attend as well. You are also invited to participate in the monthly drumming circle, with David on Thursday, September 18th at 6 o'clock in Margaret Kane Hall. Plan to join in the Fall Family Bonfire and Mask Making event on Saturday, September 20th. Starting at 4 o'clock, the Youth Ed and Family Ministry will host a mask-making creative adventure in the youth room. Then the bonfire fun will commence at 5:30 in the Peace Garden. Roast a hot dog, enjoy some more, and sing some campfire songs. Food and drinks will be provided. Bring a lawn chair and invite a friend. Mark your calendars. There will be a pet blessing event with Reverend Alden on Saturday, November 4th at 10 o'clock in the Peace Garden behind the church. Bring your dogs, cats, other pets. Treats will be available for 4 and 2-legged attendees. Emails are sent out weekly that have information on current happenings and how to join in events. To sign up for our emails, ask a greeter for a yellow card to fill out or visit our website to subscribe. Also, check out our website for up-to-date information at unityofspringfieldil.org, all small letters. And we would like to give special thanks to Tim Henneberry and Elisa Furling for performing our special music later in the service. Creating our lives and our world through the thoughts and beliefs we hold in mind is a spiritual principle we practice at Unity of Springfield. And we also know these truths. A world powerfully transformed. Okay. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, the source of all good. A world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And our vision statement, we recognize God as love, individualized in all people. Therefore, we provide a positive environment for spiritual growth that empowers all to be God's love in the world. Our youth and family ministry affirmation. Our youth and family ministry empowers the next generation with loving kindness and acceptance, creating a safe, sacred space for children, teens, and young adults to explore spirituality. And now Linda Cantor will read for us the daily work.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's an eye test this morning. We only get the little daily word, not the large print, so bear with me. Oh, and our word for today is free. I am free through my awareness of God. Visualizing freedom, I may think of a bird soaring above the earth, a child running across a park flying a kite, or a waterfall cascading into a river that will continue its journey as far as I can see. Beyond those exhilarating images, another, more personal example evokes a feeling of freedom, my connection with God. God is limitless and unbounded. When I align myself with the Spirit of God within me, I feel likewise limitless. This is where my freedom lies. No matter the state of my life or the conditions of the world, I remain free in God. I face each day with hope and positive expectation, just as the bird that soars, the kite that glides, the waterfall that roars, I move freely through life because of my oneness with God. And from 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 17, now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Again, our word for today is free, and if you would join me in the affirmation, I am free through my awareness of God. Before we hear today's meditation and message from Reverend Alden, we have special music performed by Tim Hennebrey and Alyssa Furling.
Interesting how things come together. The Daily Word this morning mentioned a couple of times about water flowing and a waterfall. Today's song that we're singing is called Water. It's a Daniel Nahmod song. And thank you, Alyssa, for joining me on this. It always makes it sound way better. So here
But
we
we'd like you guys to all join along on the chorus towards the end.
Yeah, at the very end, we'll all sing the chorus together. But we wanted you to have the words for the whole thing, so in case you couldn't hear us. I've seen my share of struggle when I thought that I knew best. I've sailed into a storm instead of stopping to rest. But it always seems the hardest when I made up my stubborn mind. Well, I'm changing my ways this time. Wanna be like water coming down the mountain into shadowy canyon, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. Have you ever seen an eagle head straight into the wind? Doesn't pick a fight, spreads his wings and just gives in. And it seems that in the end, he always makes it home just fine. Guess he knows every storm subsides. Wanna be like water coming down the mountain into shadowy canyon, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea.
I'll let nature take its course.
No more thinking that I know where this river's meant to go. I've railed against the stars for the cards that I've been dealt, for the lottery I've never won and the heartache that I've felt. But it seems when I let go of expectation and regret, life has plenty of surprises for me yet. Wanna be like water coming down that mountain into shadowy canyon, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. Everyone, wanna be like water coming down that mountain into shadowy canyon, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. I am bound for the sea.
You didn't know it was Guitar Sunday, did you? We didn't know until about 9:45. Well, let's prepare for a time of inner attunement and meditation. And let's become, as the song suggests, to be like water flowing down through the canyons to the sea. And so we relax and go within. We consciously set aside all of the cares and affairs, all of the concerns and fears and worries of our lives, and our concerns about everything going on in the world around us. For right now is the time to dive deeply into the still waters of spiritual energy, of spiritual nurturing, of divine love. And as we breathe in, we consciously are taking in, are partaking of the very life, power, and energy of spirit that we're in all the time, but not always aware of. And now we're aware that we are literally swimming in an ocean of light, of energy, of spirit. And so we breathe this into our soul, our awareness, our being. And as we exhale, we just feel that we're letting go of everything in our lives that no longer works for us. We're breathing out all the fear and all this self-depreciation. All that goes away. And through meditative prayer, we align ourselves with the truth of our being. And the truth of our being is simply that each one of us is first and foremost a spiritual being expressing in human form. We are spirit first. And from this perspective and consciousness, we begin to see that everyone on this planet is as well, in varying degrees of awareness. Each person learning the lessons that they need for their spiritual progress and growth. And we see ourselves in this same way. We are here to grow spiritually. We are here to expand our awareness of divine love, of inner peace, of radiant joy in all that we do. And if we discover that we've strayed off this path, that we've gone somewhere else, we reel ourselves back in, back to the experience of right now, this moment, something that is always with us. And we rediscover who we are each time. And each time that we do this, we strengthen our spiritual muscles. We become stronger more confident, and more aware. We're able to tune in, not just to what's going on around us, but to what's going on within us, and become cognizant of what we need to do, what we need to adjust in ourselves, so that we're expressing the highest and best that we are. And so let us, for the next few moments, sit in the quiet calm and peace of this place, this sanctuary, or wherever you're experiencing this meditation right now, and feel your connection and your oneness with the infinite Spirit of God. For a moment, in the silence. And now, as we begin to emerge from this time of meditation and inner reflection, we are grateful, thankful for being able to simply sit quietly and to allow the being that we are, this spiritual, radiant, loving presence, to experience that fully and completely. And we give thanks for this time of meditation and do so in the name and through the power of the living Christ presence within us all. And so it is. Amen. I'd like to thank our music staff this morning, and before I get into that thanking, I want us to just take a moment to send to Gay Kick, our music director, some healing prayers. She's feeling under the weather this morning, and so it's Guitar Sunday. Unless somebody here is really good on the piano sight reading. But we send Gay our blessings. Gay, if you're watching now, blessings to you. And thank you so much to Alyssa and Tim for that song that was just beautiful. Daniel Nahmod would be proud of both of you. I've met him before. He's a really cool guy. You know, and on Monday nights, he does an online Facebook concert. If you go to his Facebook page, Daniel Nahmod, tomorrow actually, he'll be able to share whatever music he feels like at that moment. I'd like to also thank our platform folks today, to Bill. Where's Bill? There we go. Linda, thank you for the daily word. Shelley and Danny back there in the technical booth. Ron and Doris, our greeters. And a thank you to Chris Farashon, who prepares our slides, and many other things here as our administrative director. Welcome to everybody watching us on YouTube and Facebook. And we are now into our 10th week. Am I counting this correctly? Yes. of our Beatles series, the spirituality of the Beatles, where we go through a process of listening to a Beatles song done by someone other than the Beatles to show the influence of the Beatles' music on other artists. And then we get into the background of the lyrics, maybe into the melody, and then we look for the message. We look for the interpretation for us and how we can incorporate some of the ideas from the song in our lives. And so our song today is We Can Work It Out. Many of you probably remember this song from your younger days. Or if you are younger, maybe you've heard it before. And if you haven't, it may be new to you. And many people had singles of this song. It was on an album, but here we go. Always love looking at 45 records. You know, singles today are something you put on your phone. You know, it's an MP4, MP3. Well, it could be an MP4 if you like the video. You know? And so it's a cool song. And you notice the earlier slide, it had 2 songs. This actually, on the flip side, was another song called Day Tripper, a very cool song. So right now we're going to listen to We Can Work It Out, and we're going to bring back a group that we've already heard before.
Try to see it my way. Do I have to keep on talking till I can't go on? While you see it your way, run the risk of knowing that our love may soon be gone. We can work it out. We can work it out. Think of what you're saying. You can get it wrong and still you think that it's all right. Think of what I'm saying. You can work it out and get it straight or say goodnight. We can work it out. We can work it out. Life is very short and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend. I have always thought that it's a crime, so I will ask you once again. Try to see it my way. Only time will tell if I am right or I am wrong. While you see it your way, there's a chance that we might fall apart before too long. We can work it out. We can work it out. Life is very short and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend. I have always thought that it's a crime, so I will ask you once again. Try to see it my way. Only time will tell if I am right or I am wrong. While you see it your way, there's a chance that we might fall apart before too long. We can work it out. We can work it out.
Well, these are the Mona Lisa twins, and we heard them a few Sundays ago for the song and talk on Blackbird. A little recap of them, if you didn't hear about them before. The Mona Lisa twins with real-life twins, you can probably tell. Mona and Lisa Wagner, fronting the band, are one of the few modern groups who continued the tradition of songwriting that took off in 1963. And they bring back what had been started 60 years ago and write modern songs in the 60s beat music tradition, reviving the genre with a fresh twist without sounding popish or trivial. Their signature features are their tight twin harmonies on altered natural voices, relatable lyrics, twangy guitar songs, and inventive arrangements. I just love all the adjectives in that particular sentence. They were born into a country, Austria, that celebrated classical and traditional folk music and which was rather detached from the humorous, easygoing 60s spirit you associate with England or the States. And so later on in life, they moved to Liverpool, England, with their father and their stepmother, and their father is a music producer. So they had a little bit of help from dad and their stepmother, who also is a musician. So a little bit about Mona Lisa twins. Austrian by birth, British by choice. You know, that's how you want to identify today. You know, am I this or that or whatever? I remember last week I got up and said I identify as a hybrid Midwesterner because I was born here but lived other places. So yeah, I guess we can do that. But these ladies were born to play 60s era music. Not just the covers they do of the Beatles and a lot of other artists from that era, but their own songs. They write their own stuff that sounds like, gosh, this could have been done in the 60s, but of course, it was written in the 2000s. So very cool. Check out their YouTube channel. They're a lot of fun. And I mentioned how the single of We Can Work It Out had another song on the other side, you know, and they usually talk about the other song as being the B side. And when the Beatles were deciding what to have put on the 45, they decided that both sides were A sides. No B side, they're both A sides. I guess, I don't know, is that a marketing thing to try to get people to buy it? You know, you get two songs. And so let's take a look at that B side, A side, with the same. one of their own songs. They're advertising. Day Tripper was the first Beatles song I tried to play when I got my first guitar. A very daunting song for a beginner to learn all the darn da 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 da. So, yeah, I was just 15. I've had some practice since then, but what's the flip side of the we could work it out? An interesting thing about this particular performance that you just saw, they were 19 years old at that time. September 28, 2014, at the Era Club in Vienna, Austria. They had not yet moved to England. And if you listen at the end, you might have heard Lisa say, Dankeschön, to the audience, because they're German speaking. So anyway, interesting. Now, whenever we send out weekend emails about the next service, I always include some extra versions of the song we're going to cover. And this last week, if you go back to that email, for those of you who are fans of Coldplay, they do a version of We Can Work It Out. Yeah, okay, I see some people going, yeah. And other really cool covers of We Can Work It Out. All right. We can work it out. Try to see it my way. Do I have to keep on talking till I can't go on? While I see it your way, run the risk of knowing that our love may not last long. We can work it out. We can work it out. Think of what you're saying. You can get it wrong and still you think that it's all right. Think of what I'm saying. We can work it out and get it straight or say goodnight. We can work it out. We can work it out. Life is very short, and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend. I have always thought that it's a crime, so I will ask you once again, try to see it my way. Only time will tell if I am right or if I am wrong. While you see it your way, there's a chance that we may fall apart before too long. We can work it out. We can work it out. What's behind the creation of this song? We Can Work It Out. Who wrote it? It came out in December of 1965. Beatles were already pretty big by 1965. It was huge in, of course, the UK, the United States, elsewhere. Been on Ed Sullivan, been on Jimmy Kimmel. No, I just made that up. What's fascinating about this song compared with the others is although this song is considered a Paul song, he wrote most of the song, it was a collaboration. Let me explain a little bit about it. Paul wrote the words and music to the verses and the chorus. And then Paul and John got together and wrote the middle, the bridge, the part where life is short and there's no time. They wrote that together. And then you notice in that same bridge, there's kind of a change of tempo. There are triplets to the 4/4 timing. George added those. For fussing and fighting, my friend, dun, 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 dun. Like a waltz. What did Ringo do? I just played the drums. I did. That's my very bad Liverpool accent. So. This song not only was created collaboratively, it's about what? It's about being collaborative, working it out, because they had to work it out. They had to work together. They were the Beatles. They had to come to an agreement, an accord, an understanding to take Paul's very optimistic lyrics and up-tempo music, kind of John's philosophical bridge ideas, and George's whimsical three-beat input, and put together a pretty good song. We Can Work It Out has got to be the easiest Beatles song to adapt to a talk. And when looking over the catalog of the Beatles songs, this one leaped out at me. It came to me and said, "You've got to use me, Alden." And why? Because it's innately proactive, positive, and practical. Humanity needed this song. Humanity needs this song, has always needed this song, and especially right now in this time of polarization. Because this song is about depolarization. It's about breaking up my camp and your camp mentality. It's about encouraging us to extend our hand across the what? Aisle. Yeah? And it's very hard to do that when we perceive the other camp as being crazy. I don't mean a little touched in the head. I mean really crazy. Yeah. I mean certifiable crazy. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs crazy. You know what I mean, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? I don't know about that. Well, if you don't know what this means, here, let me show you.
Keep Shelly from going cuckoo. I'm gonna hide Cocoa Puffs in this room.
Gramps?
I'm not hiding Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs?
No, don't go cuckoo on me, boy. I'm not cuckoo. Don't open that door then. Cause there's munchy, crunchy, chocolatey Cocoa Puffs in there.
Munchy, crunchy, chocolatey!
You opened the door, didn't you?
I am Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs! Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs! Cocoa Puff cereal, the chocolatey part of a good breakfast.
There is a perception that there seems to be a lot of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs crazy going on right now, all over the world. So how do we apply this working it out optimism to our lives, especially when we don't see how it's gonna work, especially when we perceive others as being kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? And we have to realize that no relationship, none, is completely intractable without flexibility. There's always room to give on both sides. I was on LinkedIn the other day and came across this particular meme called "How to Disagree Without Damaging Relationships." It's pretty cool and kind of at least helped me, and maybe it'll help you, develop a way of we can work it out into our approach to life. Some examples. We might say to somebody, "Well, that's an interesting point. Can I share another angle?" Which shows curiosity while inviting dialogue. Or can you walk me through your thinking a bit more? Which indicates you value understanding before responding. We love getting ready to respond when we're talking to somebody, don't we? Or I think you're aiming for the same outcome, but I'd rather take a different path. So you're kind of opening it up to maybe another way of looking at something. Or I agree with you on X, where we might differ on Y. What if we looked at it this way instead? Let's test both ideas and see what works out best. That's a very scientific approach, right? Or can I challenge that assumption for a moment, which frames the disagreement as critical thinking? I understand your concern, but my experience has been different. So we get to share our own experience with another. Or I'm not sure I agree we can walk through the reasoning together, which invites collaboration. I think we might be prioritizing different things. Can we align on that first one? So it focuses on clarity and common goals. Or I hear what you're saying, but I have a different take on this, which acknowledges their view, but allows you to kind of state your own. Or you might say, well, that's a fair point, but my only concern is this, which validates their perspective and introduces something new to consider. And finally, I'm not sure that this is the best approach. Can I explain my thinking, which then opens up some other ideas without rejecting everything. What we can work it out really requires us to do, and what that boils it right down to the essence of where we're going with this, is simply an ability to listen to the other person. And that's the beginning, just listening. Just listening without thinking in that other part of your brain, we all have this part of our brain, that's cooking up what we're going to say in response. Just listening. And not just listening, but hearing. Hearing the other person, hearing the other side. Because hearing involves feeling in its perspective. Really getting it, and not always agreeing with it, but at least what we're doing is we're getting some clarity of understanding. Here's an example to consider. As Jesus and the disciples left the town of Jericho, a large crowd followed behind. 2 blind men were sitting beside the road, and when they heard that Jesus was coming that way, they began shouting, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us." "Be quiet," yelled the crowd. But they only shouted louder, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us." Well, when Jesus heard them, he stopped and called and said, "What do you want me to do for you?" "Lord," they said, "we want to see." And Jesus felt sorry for them and touched their eyes, and instantly they could see. Jesus gave the 2 blind men his undivided attention. He made them feel valued. He tuned out the crowd and he just listened to them. He demonstrated care, concern. He valued them. And this process included getting clarification. He asked them a question to understand what they wanted. "What do you want me to do for you?" And they told him, "We want to see." So he helped them see. We can work it out in relationships if we're willing to do the work. This means listening to others even when we don't want to. And in the story, that's the crowd. That's that part of us that doesn't want to bother. That's a part of us that wants to sort of discount the other as whatever they're saying is just not valid at all. They're just a couple of blind guys. Let's move on, Jesus. Come on, just ignore them. Move on. But he listened, didn't he? And we could listen too. We can listen. It doesn't cost anything. But it's the hardest thing to do in human relationships. It's to just listen. But it's what can lead to working it out. And we have to realize that everyone has to do the work. It's not just one person. If we're the one, then it's up to us. But there is required for success a mutuality of being willing to listen and work it out. That's why wars and conflicts continue. Somebody doesn't want to do the work. Somebody doesn't want to listen. Somebody doesn't want to change. And we see this playing out today in the world. All we have to do is just look at any of the wars going on, and we see that there's one side that's not open to it. Here's a different take on the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the people I cannot change, the courage to change the one I can, and the wisdom to know it's me. It's a tough pill sometimes, isn't it? There's so much power in believing that everything will work out even when you don't know how or when. You just believe that it will. You're getting that feeling that it's going to work out. That's belief. That's putting your trust in the process. And that's what the universe is trying to tell us. That's what this song is trying to tell us. Now, the Beatles were not the only artists that made this song a hit. They did a great job themselves, but there was somebody else who also did a pretty nice job with the song. So let's check out Stevie Wonder's arrangement of We Can Work It Out. This is from 2010, when Paul McCartney was awarded the Gershwin Prize by the Library of Congress, and Stevie Wonder performed his arrangement at a White House ceremony held in Paul McCartney's honor.
The 2009 Gershwin honoree. And now the Jonas Brothers.
We will not have the Jonas Brothers, but I'm sure they were good. We can work it out. And we're working it out this morning without our wonderful music director, but somehow we will get through the next song, which is number 22. It's Up to Me, Blue Book 22.
If it's to be, if it's to be, if it's to be, it's up to me. If I seek the truth, let me speak the truth. If I'm lost in doubt, let me believe. I know I can be the change I want to see. So if it's to be, if it's to be, if it's to be, it's up to me. If I'm tired and stressed, let me stop and rest. If I'm feeling hurt, let me forgive. I know I can be the change I want to see. So if it's to be, if it's to be, if it's to be, it's up to me. If I dream of peace, let me be the peace. When I start from love, I am love.
Where are we?
I don't know, I lost. To see. So if it's to be, if it's to be,
Okay.
if it's to be, it's up to me.
Sorry about that. I'm not the best sight reader. And I don't know the song. We made it. We worked it out. We worked it out. All right. Well, now we have an opportunity to support our ministry, Unity of Springfield, with our love and our treasure. So if you brought a gift to share today, we have bowls in the front and back of the sanctuary to receive your gift. You can also give electronically by going to our website, unityofspringfieldil.org. And if you're looking online, there should be a link coming up on your screen. You can also text to give at 217-335-4121. You can always mail us a check here at the church at 417 East Cordelia, Springfield, 62703. And now let us join together in our offering blessing together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful. Amen. And now let us pray together the prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And now let us rise, join hands as we sing together, Let There Be Peace on Earth. There we go. and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator and the harmony. Let me walk with my family. Go forth this week and work it out. And let's head to the potluck. I didn't do some automatic chord there. Straight chord. Well, you know, I have to go look up how the chords are done on a finger chart and go, okay, I think I can do that.